It is the things that we do unconsciously that do not allow for us to move forward in our lives. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Tamia Dawkins here. If you've never seen my face, on my channel I talk about all things connected to intentional living for the modern day lady. And I would love to invite you to go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the little bell for updates. In today's video, we're going to be talking about 20 life-shifting habits that you need to start within your life right now. First, you have to realize that your habits are behaviors. They're the behaviors that allow for you to implement certain things within your life. Behaviors that you will implement within your life, whether you're doing it consciously or unconsciously. Part of living the intentional lady life is living life intentionally. And the more that I believe that we learn to live our lives intentionally, the more that we can walk into our individual blessings and see more of what it means to live a richer life, a healthier life, mind, body, and soul. And so if you want to live this healthy life, it's important that you make sure that you have healthy habits. And I'm going to help you to be able to implement different habits in your life that you can start right now. Now, habit number one that you want to make sure that you start now, especially in this new year, is prayer and meditation. Now, I believe that the two definitely go together, because when you're talking about meditation, you're talking about literally sitting with your thoughts, making sure that you're disciplining yourself enough to focus on the more positive things that are going on in your life, what you need to do, because life, negative things literally happen to everyone. But I have seen in my own life and have seen in the lives of people that I love or have worked with, the more that they make a conscious effort to making sure that they focus on positivity, the more that they see positivity manifested in the different areas of their life. Now, when it comes to prayer, I believe that prayer is a vehicle that carries us to God. Prayer is our communication with God, and we ultimately need that as His creation. There have been times in my own personal life where maybe I've been heavy or weighed down about a particular situation, and when I begin to pray about it, just consciously begin to talk to God about the situation, there's almost an instant relief that I found. God wants to hear from you. He wants you to pray. And by you implementing a habit of consistent prayer in your life, you'll find that you have a consistent flow of a release in your life that allows for you to keep going. I've learned that it is fine to talk to people, but to be able to have a relationship with the God who created you, with the God that literally designed you, is everything. So if you do nothing else, I want you to make sure that you put the habit of prayer and meditation within your life. And I can promise you that if you do it sincerely from your heart, that you will see a change about the different things that you're praying about. Habit number two that you can start now is to make your bed. I remember years ago I was being mentored by an amazing lady, and she let me know that one of her daily routines was to make sure that she made her bed. So let's say within that day things were crazy within the house, or she had a lot of stuff on her schedule with her kids and her husband. That really obviously had a mental effect on her. But then at the same time, she let me know that if your room is absolutely crazy, if your bed is at least made, the room will have a completely different look to it. Now, that might not be the reason why you want to make your bed every single morning. And really, I think that it's a great discipline to be able to implement within your life that can really trigger other disciplines. Making your bed is definitely a habit that you want to make sure that you're doing to keep different things in your life. Begin to create a domino effect of keeping different things in your life or in your house in order. Habit number three is to make sure that you are drinking enough water throughout the day. Now, depending upon your weight, depends upon how much water you should be intaking within the day. Water is absolutely amazing. I believe that the body is made up of like 80% water. And I've learned in my own personal life, rather than trying to drink energy drinks or coffee or any other caffeinated drinks over time, if you drink enough water, you will realize that your body's energy will automatically be reset. Now you can pause this video and absolutely try it. You'll see that I'm telling the truth. Whatever your weight is, you want to make sure that you're drinking enough water to cover whatever your body needs within that day. Now, there are two different ways that I can submit to you that you can achieve making sure that you're drinking enough water. That's by getting a cute little water carrier for your water. I'll make sure that I put some links in the description down below to my Amazon shop so you can order, or you can make sure that you get a water bottle that allows for you to put fruit in it so that you have that fruity flavor, because some people cannot drink water without it having some kind of taste to it. I also want to encourage you to eat different foods that have a higher water content in them, like watermelon or grape or apples. These fruits have a certain amount of water within them as well that will help you to make sure that you're keeping rehydrated. You mamas out there that are expecting babies, you have to make sure that you're consistently drinking water. You can go into early labor in some cases when you do not drink enough water or experience something called Braxton Hicks that would have you to believe that you're going in labor. You're really not. I've been there, done that in terms of having 3 children, rushing up to the hospital for them to only let me know that I needed water. So drink your water. Number 4 is making sure that you are working out more. Now I know you hear this all the time and some people are not really necessarily into working out, but I want to encourage you as a health coach to try to see if you can implement a schedule of going to work out at least 3 times a week. Now, I don't know if you're like me, whereas you don't necessarily love to go to the gym, but you go because you know that you need that particular environment. If you are the type of person that doesn't like to go to the gym, there are several different workout videos that you can find on YouTube or either on your particular cable service provider, or there are things like the Peloton, I believe it's called, whereas you can download classes as long as you buy that particular bicycle by that company or either the treadmill, and you can make sure that you are getting your workouts consistently in. Now, also as a health coach, one thing that I teach is that if you cannot get to the gym, you just need to be making sure you're moving your body. So for instance, for me, I'm really into draining my lymphatic system because of issues that I've had in the past with my skin. I have been diagnosed with something called contact dermatitis, which is a type of eczema that let me know that my body had a certain level of toxic buildup over time, and just having cesarean sections and just not eating the different things that my body needed in order to be nourished. So what I learned is that the lymphatic system is a system that has to be consistently flushed, and you can do that by moving your body. I'll put a link to my Amazon store in the description down below where you can order it for about $15 to $30, and for 15 minutes a day. If you're in a place where you can do that in terms of your health, you can jump on this trampoline and it will help you to move your lymphatic system to keep it drained so that you don't have any kind of toxic buildups that would then in turn cause skin issues in the long term. Habit number 5 is to make sure that you are organizing your life. Organization is literally everything, especially if you are a mom, a wife, and even a single lady. You want to make sure that you keep different things organized within your life through different lists that you put together or through different techniques that you put together within your life, because being organized literally makes life easier. Habit number 6 is to practice saving. Listen, if you are an upcoming lady entrepreneur, even if you are an entrepreneur as of now that has been in the game for a minute, you want to be able to fund your own dreams. And in order to do that, you have to make sure that you are disciplined once again to be able to save your coins. So there are apps like an app called Capital. I'll make sure that I put it in the description down below so you can sign up. That does not allow for you to do a bunch of paperwork like opening up a savings account, but you literally can connect your bank account to the Capital app, and then they take a certain allotted amount that you set goals for out of your account on a weekly basis, and then you'll find yourself saving. Number 7 is one of my favorites. You want to get in the habit of making sure that you are spending time with the ones that you love, especially when you have children. They grow up so fast, so being able to make sure that you are saying no in order to say yes is everything. Habit number 8 is making sure that you get away. Listen, everything in our life that we see depends on our perspective, whether that's negative or positive. And I have found that you can really have a refreshed perspective on different things in your life when you just get away. Sometimes we can get into the consistent mundane routines of just doing life from day to day, and it can be overload for some of us. That's why really successful people make sure that they are taking trips. Obviously, they have the money to be able to do that because of the hard work that they have put in. But at the same time, if you are not to that place financially where you can do that rather than just having a complete pity party about it. Create different avenues that would allow for you to get away. So if you have a girlfriend that maybe lives an hour and a half, 2 hours away, let her know that you're coming over for the weekend and bring your crew, your family, or either just you and your husband just to go to spend some time so that you can refresh yourself. You can also make sure that you book a really cute boutique hotel within your area that has lower prices, or maybe you can get like a villa. You can spend 2 days just refreshing yourself. There's an app also called Yelp, Y-E-L-P, and you can check out different local events or local places that you can go when you're doing your staycation. But really, you have no excuse not to get away. If you make sure that you are saving your coins, then eventually you'll be able to put something together. Now, number 9, I think is super important as well. Well, all of these habits are absolutely important. But if you didn't know, I am a pastor's wife for almost 12 years now. So I want to encourage you to go to church. Now, I have heard it all and I have done it all in terms of making excuses in different times of my own personal life not wanting to go to church. And one of the number one things that I hear that people most oftentimes gripe about is the fact that they do not want to go to church because of the hypocrites, or the fact that there's people there. Well, there's people on your job, but you still go because you know you need to get a check. Now, I'm letting you know that God wants you to be in His house so that you can fellowship among other people that have a desire to love God as much as you. So in this case, all about perspective. When you go to church, realizing that you're going to church to worship God, when you're going to church to give God praise, honor, and glory, then your perspective changes and you really don't begin to focus on people as much as you were in the past. So I want you to make it a habit to make sure that you are going to church to worship the God that you absolutely love. And if you have that funnel focus of going to focus on the one who created you and gave you breath in your body to be able to say that you're not going, that there's something amazing that He has in store for you. So make sure that you're going to church. Number 10 is another habit that I love, and that's connecting to a mentor, a counselor, a life coach, somebody that can bring into your life that is a few steps ahead of you. There's nothing that I've done that I've been successful at doing in my life without having a mentor, a coach, someone that is a few steps ahead of me that has done what it is that I'm trying to do. Now, I know that a lot of people, especially ladies, tend to be prideful, and it's like, I could do bad all by myself, because that's what you're going to do, bad all by yourself. And so you need to make sure that you are connecting to people that can help you to get to where you are. But then at the same time, we have this mentality where we eavesdrop on the people that we admire to get to where they are without letting them know, right? It's crazy, the mentality, and God knows we have all been there, and it's definitely something that's not healthy. So I want to encourage you, if you have different people around you that you admire, different people that are doing different things that you want to do within your life, that you get connected to them so that they can help you. You have certain issues that come up in your life that maybe you've never experienced before. You have somebody to be able to professionally connect you that can be able to help you to get out of that bind. Don't do life by yourself. It is not fun. The 11th habit that you can implement within your life right now is very similar to number 10, and that is making sure that you are connecting to a tribe. Once again, if you watch my past videos, if you follow me on social media, you will find that I'm oftentimes telling you to make sure that you have a tribe in order to thrive, because we cannot do life by ourselves. Most oftentimes we want to do life by ourselves because we've been hurt in the past. But in this year, you have to get past that. It's time for you to have, once again, a different perspective. So get connected to different groups of people that have the same mind as you. And I'm telling you, you will find yourself so encouraged on a daily basis to be encamped around people that are speaking your language. That is what life is all about. Habit number 12 is to forgive quicker. This is a personal habit that I made sure that I put on my own digital vision board for this year in particular, because I've learned what it means to be held up by offenses against people that are as imperfect as I am. So I want to encourage you to forgive quicker. You find yourself less sick, you will find yourself more enjoyable and happy. And the key thing to forgiving people is the fact that When you realize they're not thinking about you as much as you're thinking about them, in particular, really blows your mind. People are living their life. They're not caught up on the fact that they hurt you, and you shouldn't be either. You should learn the lesson, of course, but at the same time, don't hold people. It's not worth it, and life is short. Habit number 13 is going to be you making sure that you are checking your phone less. Now, we have a massive, huge addiction of consistently checking our phone, mainly because majority of our life exists on our phones, right? Our emails, our different social contacts, our businesses, just everything seems to be on the phone. But there has to be a discipline that you have in creating this particular habit of realizing that you'll be more productive in the things that you must do if you put your phone down. Habit number 14 is to work to become debt-free. I believe that the United States of America is one of the countries that has people or citizens that have the most debt. It has to be in your mindset in this year to make sure that you are clearing your debt. Now, the 15th habit that you can start to implement within your life now is to make sure that you are being more of an intentional person. Now, I'm super excited to let you know that I have a course called The Intentional Lady that is going to be launched by the end of this here January month. So in this course, I'm teaching ladies how to live an intentional life that they love through habit change, through discipline, through making sure that they are intentionally putting strategies and techniques in place within their lives so that they can live the intentional life of their dreams. So if that sounds like something that's intriguing to you and you want to make a shift in your life within this year, you don't want it to be a rerun of last year, then you absolutely need to make sure that you take my course. I'll make sure that I put the link in the description down below so that you can get more information and sign up so that we can get you living that life that you'll absolutely love. Habit number 16 is for you to get a routine. Routines, I believe, are absolutely connected to our habits. Routines are the habitual things that we do and implement within our lives through our behaviors that help us to scale at the different goals that we want to reach in our day-to-day lives. So you want to get a routine. I'll make sure that I attach my morning routine video so that you can get inspired by the morning routine that I have in place that keeping my ship floating. Habit number 17 that you can implement within your life right now is making sure that you have a mindset to serve more. Some of the most depressed people that I've connected to within my life, I found that the more that I was able to encourage them to serve others is the more that they were able to get a different focus on their circumstance or their situation. I believe as human beings that we were created to serve one another. That's how all of our needs as a community or as a world gets met. So this year, I really want you to focus on serving others, whether that's your family first and then your community and then those that you feel led to connect to through different volunteer opportunities, wherever you can put your hand to the plow to make sure that you're meeting the needs of others. You want to make sure that you do that within this year. Habit number 18 is to get more productive. The enemy to productivity is stagnancy. You don't want to be stagnant. When you're stagnant, that means that you're moving nowhere fast, and you don't want to do this, especially in this new year. This is a new opportunity to make sure that you're being productive. And so in order to be productive, you have to have a made-up mind to make sure that you're not procrastinating in different areas of your life. Make sure that you're putting schedules and routines in place so that you can make sure that you are hitting your goals and being productive every single day of your life. Number 19 is to make sure that you are reading more books. I am a lady that loves audiobooks because of the fact that I wear so many different hats in my life. I most oftentimes crave new information or crave really motivational, inspirational books, but sometimes it's hard for me to get a time to whereas I can just really sit down and focus. So I want to encourage you, if you are living that kind of life, to download more audiobooks this particular year. Really, it's the same thing. Now, if you're the type of person that loves to curl up in a corner and get a book, just make sure that you put together a book list so that you'll know the sequence of what it is that you want to read within this particular year. And I'm telling you, there's so much gratification in creating a book list and then really making sure that you reach that particular goal within your life when you get to the end. Habit number 20 is to make sure that you are laughing and living your life more. It's enough that life is so short. So instead of just having the wrong view of life and just the hardships that sometimes can come with life, make sure that you are living your life and enjoying every single day of your life. It's your God-given right to be able to live life and learn more about yourself as an individual, learn more about the things that you absolutely love. So I want to encourage you to make sure that in this 2020 year, that in this year you are implementing living your life more and loving it. I'm always excited that you join me for all of my different videos. Please make sure that you put in the comments down below which one of these 20 life-shifting habits that you're gonna go ahead and implement within your life now, down in the description box below. And I want to encourage you to go ahead, make sure that you subscribe, share my videos with your tribe so that they can be encouraged as modern ladies to live a life that they absolutely love. I'm super excited to have you to join me next week for more videos. Please don't forget to hit the notification so that you know when I put out new videos. See you soon. Ciao.